Folks, before we get into the episode, don't forget to check out the brand new Patreon page. It's patreon.com/snackspot. More on that later. Let's get into the show.
Let's hit on with I
wish the headphone thing was broken again.
Why?
Because I'd rather listen to agonizing static
It's not
than
agonizing
the sound
static.
of your voice doing that anymore. Oh,
That sounds nice.
that sounds gross. Oh, I thought you were going to do it again.
I was going to do a long one.
It's a show on.
Like, you know, in Live Like You Were Dying, when he hits
Live
that.
like you were dying.
When he hits the long one, the dying. Like the really long one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to do. Live like you.
Hold that note right there. Just keep holding that note. Okay, now I'm a little impressed. He's going for the record. Ooh, his face is getting red.
Oh, I could have gone nuts. I could have snapped.
I don't know, dude. It looked like you were
buddy.
faltering there.
Nah,
Your
we'll go
face
off
was
camera.
getting red.
I was just
Your
getting
face,
warm.
Your face was getting red from the effort.
I was
I
just
don't
getting
know.
started.
I don't know how much longer you lasted on that.
Oh, I could hold it for a long time, buddy.
No, this might be a bit of a singing one for me. I don't have too much on the docket, but there is something that has just been kind of not bothering me, but I've been thinking about, and I've been waiting to bring it up on here till the right time. But
What?
I want to know what you really think about it.
Go ahead.
Do you think that I should get you another Christmas present this year?
No.
Since you haven't figured out the first one.
If I get it,
Right,
before Christmas,
right? But
then yeah.
assuming that you won't, because it's been almost 10 months.
Yeah,
That you've had it 10 full
ass
months.
I was gonna say maybe I'll sit down tonight and give it a try. I just don't have
That's
the
just
time.
not gonna happen.
Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll put that on my calendar for tomorrow.
Hey, give it. Listen, I mean,
But I guarantee
gotta-
you, I'm gonna text you and be like, "This is bullshit. I got nothing." Unless tomorrow's the day.
it could be, dude. But you have to. You're not gonna know unless you
You got to apply
start
yourself.
Fucking cracking.
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck
it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Hate to say it.
Apply these nuts in your mouth. How about
Jesus
that?
Christ, Matthew, come on. You don't have to go blue. You don't have to go blue on this show. This is a family program. You don't gotta cuss. Use words like that. Use words that offend our Lord.
I got nothing. I said what I said.
Oh my God! What a terrible catchphrase for a podcast
I got
host.
nothing.
I got nothing.
I say it all the time.
I
It's
know.
the truth. I never
It's
have anything.
Truly to the point where we may need to make T-shirts that say "I got nothing."
Yeah.
That's as
Those
as a
puppies would
catchphrase
probably
of
fly
yours.
off the shelves.
They might. But just for, I mean, who would that phrase be good for? I got nothing. I have no clue. I have no clue.
Hey, I got nothing.
A cancer doctor?
I
got nothing. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think that might be the only an STD doctor. Again, any kind of like disease doctor. I got nothing.
What's the opposite of a defense attorney?
Prosecutor. I got nothing. That is not necessarily good though, because
No, well, it's good if you're the
they're
defense.
trying?
Yeah.
Well, what if they're trying to
It's good if
commit
you're
a real murderer who really
yeah.
did it?
No, it's good if you're the person on trial.
If you, right.
Yeah.
If you're the defendant, it's good for
Yeah.
one person.
But
in
it's
that
not
case.
good if you're the
everyone else.
The
public.
defending lawyer, whatever his name is,
The defense attorney?
the defense attorney. I got nothing is not a good saying for him either.
No, not for lawyers.
I got nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it if like you are.
Because most of the
sell
time you
pizza.
want somebody to have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know how I feel.
You just said you got nothing. You said you're about
I
to start
know.
singing.
No,
We
I
weren't
know.
we are not even 5 minutes in the episode, and you were about to resort to song.
I know.
And the first 2 minutes of the episode were me making a weird noise. It's not a hot start.
I would say it's pretty much a perfect start for people if they're like tuning in for the first time. This is usually how it goes. That's
was
all,
brutal.
folks. That's all,
That
folks.
was
I know. I wasn't
brutal.
trying to make
Yeah,
the noise.
okay.
I wasn't.
No, that was not either.
That is exactly what you were
No.
saying. Yeah, it is.
See, you're stuttering. You can't even get through 4 or 5
I was
rotations.
doing. I was trying to do something different.
You can't even get through 4 or 5
I was
rotations.
trying to do something different, Matthew. None of your business. I was just watching that show about prisons,
Yeah.
and first of all, why weren't you surprised that this guy's going to the world's most dangerous prisons? First one he stops at is in Finland.
Yeah.
I always thought Finland. I mean, we got a lot of people who listen to this show in Finland, and
We got Finnish listeners?
we do have Finnish listeners,
go.
and I
Shout
think
out.
that I mean, it's always on like that list of one of the happiest countries in the world.
Yeah, because all their prisoners are in prison.
Everybody seems cool because all their prisoners
Nobody's
are in
getting
prison.
robbed.
I guess that could be, but that's not true because it's still, according to that show, statistically like top 3 most violent countries, or have the
I don't
top
believe
3
that
most
at all.
highest violent crime rates in all of Europe.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that.
Oh, in all
either.
of Europe?
Yeah.
No, I still don't believe that.
Yeah, in all of
Jack the
Europe.
Ripper was in
Jack
London.
the Ripper, dude.
I mean, those rates got to be
Dude.
sky high.
Yeah, I mean, if you count Jack
if you're
the
still
Ripper,
counting old Jackie,
yeah.
I mean, those rates are through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
He was just running around like a chicken with his head cut
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Stab, stab, stab.
A country
kill.
a country with that much violence imbued in its lore and history is
Oh, yeah.
it's bad news.
They
dude.
be stabbing.
They do be stabbing. Even still, the bruvs
Yeah.
over there.
Bruv, quit
Bruv,
stabbing, bruv.
Oh, bruv,
Bruv,
stabbing.
quit your
Oh,
shiving.
stabbing, bruv.
Quit your shiving,
Oh,
bruv.
shiv it. Give him a little shiv it, ain't it? Oh, you got
Step off with your shiv, bruv.
stop, bruv, with the shiv, bruv. I do love bruv. Bruv, that's a gift that the Kingsman gave us that keeps on giving.
Manners maketh man.
Manners maketh the man, bruv.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the manners maketh the man.
But I do wonder often what my schedule would be like if I were incarcerated for 20 years or something. Like what like there's a lot of stuff I don't know about, like what you do in prison. I know
You got options.
yeah, but like
You can work in the
can you
library.
sleep in? Can you sleep in as long as you want though?
No, probably not.
And you
Probably
can't
have
stay up
designated
as
food
late either
times.
because don't they turn off?
Well,
the
you-
light?
I mean, you could
yeah, you have
stay up.
designated. You have designated.
Like you could stay up.
yeah,
It
you
would
could
just
stay
be dark.
awake. Would it be dark?
Probably can't. Well, maybe you can I'm sure you can get a candle. Like you probably smuggle a candle. You know what I'm
candle?
saying? Oh yeah.
I mean, it might be
Maybe
in
not,
one
'cause
of the
we light
easiest
stuff on
ones to
fire.
smuggle.
But like, you know what I mean? I'm sure. No, because
you
they
just
got
get a
cigarettes.
reading light. Yeah, I know.
I don't
but
think
that's
they're
not
dishing out
legal.
reading lights.
Well,
Maybe they
that's
are.
what I would.
'Cause
Yeah,
I think they want you to go to bed. when
Are
they say-
reading
when they say
lights
lights
allowed
out.
in prison? I guess how easily do you
Ask-
think you could make a
ask
shiv
Jeeves.
out of a reading light?
Oh, it would take me 3 minutes.
I think you know how they have that clip on them, so you clip into the book. I think that might do some damage.
Oh yeah.
You catch a guy in the shower with that clip.
I was gonna say clipping
Brother.
on somebody's nipple.
Clip it on. Oh yeah, that's a start. But I'm saying if you want to send a message, you catch him in the
To
shower.
a rival
you
gang,
go
take your
from
book light.
Take your book light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting a book club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would be my prison gang. If I had to choose a gang in prison, it would be the book club. You got white supremacists, you got the cartel, and you got people that just want to read Ella Enchanted.
Nobody wants to read Ellen Enchanted.
I did opt in to read Ella Enchanted when I was in 6th grade.
And how was it?
I think it was okay. I don't know. I remember enjoying the movie. And I'm not a big Anne Hathaway guy, so
Really? Not
Yeah.
a fan of Anne?
not really.
Not a fan of Anne.
I'm
Another
not-
T-shirt.
I'm not
Dude,
much of
we're
an
just
Anne fan.
cooking up merch over here today.
Oh, I thought you were. It looked for a second like you were positioning your water and your Mountain Dew to take a photo of them.
No.
That's what I thought you were
Yeah.
doing. Like,
Crazy night at the stew.
we're getting a little wild, baby. We're going. Well, no, skiing's already cocaine, but we're going something. We're going something. We're going mountain climbing. I don't know. What's that movie with the guy where he like climbs with no ropes or anything? Free. It's not free basing.
Free solo.
Free solo? Is that what it's called? Okay, yeah.
Is
Emily,
it?
Yeah, it is. Emily says yes,
Nailed it.
and I feel like she would know. So
Yeah.
that's gotta be.
That's
Be
what
a
Emily's
rush.
whole life is based around.
Pretty much free solo.
Yeah.
Dude, Emily, it's hard to even get her to work like a regular hours because she's just out there fucking.
Eating grain. She's a ton of grain.
Dude, just all grain. Just
Yeah.
all grain.
So
Literally
much grain.
strongest fingertips I've ever seen. Do you think that, where else do you think that, like, benefits you in life, having the strongest fingertips in the world? Maybe opening a can of soda, I would say, for sure, is a good one.
You don't need to be strong to open a can
No,
of
I know,
soda.
but I'm saying, like, sometimes people do struggle with it. Not so
yeah,
much,
if you're
but,
like over 80 with
but I
arthritis.
think you could. I mean, but I'm talking if you had the free solo fingers, you could fucking pop in both sides.
I think the only practical use for fingertips that strong would be mountain climbing.
There's got to be something.
No.
Prying open a metal door.
But that's not even really your finger strength.
Really? Oh, it's more your forearms, I guess,
Yeah.
in this. Trying to see what muscles would be worked out.
Your back, your traps,
Yeah.
your tris and
Dude,
bis.
this is kind of like Prison Break workout video right here. A little Jane Fonda Prison Break. Like you break out of the cell.
Stop.
Break out of the cell. What?
You're bumping shit.
I bumped one thing one time, Matthew.
Stop bumping shit.
I bumped one thing one time. But actually, I'm gonna Google like the average schedule of a prisoner.
I mean, what do you wake up, you eat, you probably like they have jobs, right? Like
some
you
of
can
them,
do different.
some of them, yeah.
You can
Let's see.
work in the library. You can work in you can do the laundry. You can do the mechanic shop. Most of them, at least in the movies, have shops.
At the Finnish prison, there was a guy who's he was locked up, but they were paying him $100 a month to make rugs on a loom.
Yeah, you can
So
loom.
that's pretty good.
No,
You
they
can
do
loom.
shit like that. Yeah, they make blankets, rugs, stuff like that. Oh yeah, they be looming.
Okay, yeah, this is just a little paragraph that's very vague.
Yeah,
That
no
says,
shit.
wake up, take their breakfast, go to their designated work or leisure recreational areas, take lunch, and participate in afternoon activities, take dinner, and go to sleep.
Yeah, what did you expect?
What time is bedtime in prison?
Depends
9
on the prison.
p.m. Inmates return to their housing area and are allowed to watch television, play checkers, chess, cards, or write letters. At 11 p.m., the inmates are locked into their cells and the lights are dimmed for the night. In medium security prisons, most inmates remain in the prison 24 hours a day. Right.
What are you trying to get out of this? This is driving me nuts.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop.
No, what were you looking to accomplish?
I don't know.
Like,
I just want to know, like, how late you can stay up and if you get to sleep in, honestly, are my biggest things. And as long as they have a library, I think I could turn out all right.
Again, you could stay up as late as you want. And in theory,
I know, but I mean stay up, like, doing stuff.
No.
Okay, I'm getting that. That seems...
Unless it's stuff you
lame,
do in the
though.
dark, in your own cell.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh,
Like-
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a kind of prison curricular activities I'm talking about. Jesus Christ.
What is going on with you?
I don't know.
You're over here fidgeting.
I know. Sorry.
No, it's
I've
okay.
just been... I've been off all week. Just been off all week, dude.
What have you been doing off?
Nothing, dude. I just feel a little off, man.
Oh,
Okay.
off. I thought you were like off. Like you're like, yeah, I just haven't worked all week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I just feel a little off, dude. So I apologize.
got COVID?
If I'm bringing. No, I don't have COVID.
You sure?
No, I'm
Dude.
not. I haven't taken the test. But they got it. We've got rapids here,
Dude,
but
you
I don't
might have
have
the
any
vid.
COVID symptoms.
Dude, yeah, that's a vid symptom. Dude, I'm not kidding you. I feel like I've talked about this before. The one time I had COVID, I had all like the most obscure symptoms. Like they say brain fog is a symptom of COVID, and it was like 2 or 3 days where I literally could not string a thought together. And I was like freaking out. I'm like, dude, why can I not think? And then I couldn't see when I was driving. Like everything was blurry. This was like probably a week span, and then all of a sudden I was sick and I took a test. This was a while ago, but
Sure.
Yeah, had the Vidsky.
Back in the nitty gritty days of
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, back when COVID was still alive.
Yep.
It's since been put to sleep.
Yep.
Just kidding.
R.I.P. jerk.
Just kidding. It's not.
No.
This is still a huge issue in our country.
Well, for some folks, I know people that got COVID like very, very recently.
Yeah. No, that's what
You
I'm
know?
saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
New
being-
York and New Jersey have like the highest Vidsky rates in the country, I
God.
think.
I mean, as long as we don't shut everything down again.
Oh, no, we're shutting it down.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
dude. People are still
Mask
recovering from last time.
No, shut it down. If this government cared about us, they'd shut us down. That's what I have to say.
If you want a government that works for the people,
Close everything.
close everything.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone is unemployed.
Yep. Shut
And
it all down.
Cut off
Restaurants,
from each other.
mm-mm.
No way.
Not after 7 p.m.
No, sir.
6 p.m. Restaurants, okay. 7 p.m.
There.
That's when the Vidsky comes out.
Yes. It's nocturnal.
That
A lot
shit
of
is
people don't
nocturnal,
realize
bro.
that about
COVID
COVID.
is fucking
Because
nocturnal.
it was nocturnal.
Yeah.
And it still
Yeah,
is.
you could do it. You could lick the subway from like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Be fine.
Be totally fine. The second that sun starts going down, second Uncle Cracker starts getting in that groove, the vid is out.
Brother, shut your
And you want
windows, lock
nothing
your
to do with
doors.
it. Yeah.
Dude, you don't want any of that stuff. Yeah.
It's tough,
I feel
man.
like then COVID used to be kind of like a werewolf, where yes, you do want to shut down the whole village when it's getting dark, but now the nocturnal COVID is like you hear something rustling around your garbage can, you go out there and it's just a tiny little COVID, like
Little raccoon.
yeah, a little raccoon
Yeah.
COVID, little raccoon COVID, baby. They love it.
That could be a country song, Raccoon COVID.
I don't think so. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that'd get pretty racist pretty quick. I think that's really not a good. I don't think that's a
It's
good
not-
idea.
That wasn't what I was thinking.
Well, I know, but I'm
yeah.
just trying to save you from
Yeah.
pre cancellation or whatever, because that's
it could be a love song.
still could be racist
Yeah.
though. Still could you could still get some in there. It can always racism like
Dude,
COVID.
have you
It'll always
heard-
sneak its way
Have you
in.
heard Shane Gillis's like stand-up thing about being racist?
I don't know. I did watch his new
Dude, it's
special.
so I don't know when it's from. I just saw like a TikTok of it. Shit had me cracking up. He is so funny.
Yeah.
I know the one day we were talking about it, like, and I see him all over the place. He is a funny guy. Even when he goes on, I've seen some videos of him on like Theo Vaughn's podcast or like on Two Bears or even I think he was on Rogan.
Oh yeah, they
few
do.
times.
A bunch of times. They do this thing. I mean, he's been on it by himself, but they do this thing with him and Mark Normand and Ari Shaffir, where those three go on Joe Rogan's podcast, and it's really, really funny every time.
Yeah,
They've done it like 9 times. So
He's
I
a
think.
funny guy.
Oh, he's the funniest guy around, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
He's got some good jokes.
He's the fellow that got kicked off Saturday Night Live back in the day.
Why?
Because he's got a podcast which is excellent. It's Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, and he got Saturday Night Live, and then the day after, somebody found a clip of him saying some kind of slur, an Asian slur, like on the podcast, and it just like
They
went
kicked him
viral.
right off?
They didn't kick him right off. They wanted him to do the standard thing of back, like they wrote a statement
Public
for him to
apology,
like tweet and
yeah.
stuff and that sort of thing or whatever. And he was like, "Nah, I'll type something, but I can't. I'm not gonna like just use that thing." And then they gave him the boot. But I guess Lauren Michaels put up a fight for him. So
Big
shout out to
comedy.
him. Big comedy.
Big
dude.
comedy.
Same thing. Man, it's worse than Norm MacDonald got it. At least he got fired after he'd been on the show for real, you know.
It happens, man. Big comedy.
Yeah. Folks, fall is in full swing, all right? You don't want to be caught without any candy on Halloween. You'll be getting a couple more tricks than treats, if you know what I'm saying. The good news is you can get all the treats you want when you use Instacart, because with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. And the best part is, right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do is spend $10 and Instacart will deliver whatever it is you're looking for right to your front door. No delivery fee. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Make things a little easier on yourself and start using Instacart today. Folks, a great way to support the show is to actually do something nice for yourself and check out all the sick merch we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. The link's in this episode description, so you can go check it out for yourself. We've got all kinds of great stuff on there, of course, hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves. Top quality, by the way, okay? This is not that cheap-ass shit you're getting from other shows or events or things like that, that you get from people all the time. This is, not that Gibson brand that fits like a box. This is the real deal, baby, okay? The t-shirts are tri-blend material, folks. You're not getting that anywhere else. But, of course, we also have a lot of cool accessories, drinkware, pint glasses, mugs, those cool metal water bottles. We've got fanny packs, bucket hats, whatever it is you're looking for, all, again, at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Merch not just for this show, but also for Schemin' and Dreamin' and Quested, the other 2 podcasts that we produce right here. So go ahead and check out all that stuff. Get yourself something nice over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com and help support the show. Folks, I said it up top, but I've got to tell you about the brand new Patreon page that we've just recently started. It's patreon.com/snackspot. You can find a link to it in this episode description as well as in our Instagram bio at 2InTheCooler. Right now up there, we have got the Captions On podcast, which is where Faz from Schemin' and Dreamin', Emily, and myself are going through all the Disney Channel original movies from back in the day. It's a real roller coaster of a time, but that's just an example of the exclusive content that you are getting when you sign up for the Snack Spot Patreon. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming there very soon, and the best part is right now it's only $3 a month to subscribe. So again, hit the link in this episode description or in our Instagram bio and check that out right now. You're not going to regret it. Patreon.com/snackspot. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', or Quested, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast that we produce right here, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcast advertising has been shown, I believe it was Forbes where I saw this, to be 19%, up to 19% more effective than television advertising or something like that. So you can kind of see the results when you look at these large companies like McDonald's and State Farm that are now advertising on podcasts. And it's really cool to see companies of that size move into the space. You know, I mean, these are guys that are like advertising on the Super Bowl and stuff like that. It's great that they are moving away from more traditional media like TV or whatever into the podcasting space, but the problem is it hasn't really left any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action, but that's what we are here for. So if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, again, hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com. See, usually I try and look at things, take some notes to see what's going on. But again, I've been so like out of the loop, out of the news loop. You know, I watched the new Boys spinoff, Gen V, very good show. You know, just
the what?
Gen V, it's called.
Gen
The Boys.
V?
It's
Yeah.
a spinoff of The Boys.
I know
show.
what The Boys is.
Oh, okay.
Did you get that world or like countrywide alert today?
Oh yeah, somebody.
I didn't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're screwed,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. If shit ever hits the fan, somebody's going to have to let me know.
Dude, this is one of those things where like,
I think at one point in time I like turned off a setting on my phone that was like, do not alert me for like any like emergencies. Like I don't want like
the
any,
Amber Alerts.
Yeah,
You don't
any
want
of
the
that
Amber
sort of like
Alerts.
weather, because you get a severe weather one every once in a blue moon. I'm like, yeah, I don't want these. And now I think I'm just like off the grid.
And now when the nukes start coming,
Dude, I'm screwed.
oh,
How am I
where's
gonna make-
everybody going,
Yeah.
dude? You're like,
I walk into the office on like a Monday morning. Seems a little quiet, and I just put my headphones on and start working. And like, there's a shot of me from like the front, and you could see like out a window in the background, just like bombs flying out, and I'm just like, oh, I want to dance with somebody. Sending emails on a Monday morning.
oh yeah, a classic scene. Yeah, I got the alert. I didn't know it was gonna happen until actually Mom said it to me yesterday. She's like, hey, that thing's going off tomorrow. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, they're gonna hit everybody's phone tomorrow at the same time for an alert, which is honestly pretty cool, but also
Dude,
a little scary.
It was not at the same time though. Were you solo when it went off?
I
Like,
was.
Dude.
It wasn't at the same time?
No, it was
Okay,
like
that's
within like
cool.
a 2 to 3 minute like span.
Okay. Which is good because when she said it was all going to be at the same time, I was like, what if you're in like Target and all of a sudden just boom, everything.
Dude,
like,
that's probably how it was though.
I
Like,
know.
Dude, like I was sitting at work and it was just like all of a sudden like, and it was just buzzing, and then like 30 seconds would go silent, and then like somebody else's would start, and then like 10 seconds after that somebody else's would start, and it was just buzzing all over the place. And I was thinking to myself like, man, like what if you were doing something really, really important in that exact moment, or like. Yeah, I know. Everybody, like, I was thinking at first job interview, but then the thought that just popped in my head is, what is that movie?
Step Brothers.
No. Is it called NWA? It's not Boys in the Hood.
Oh, Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton. You know when Eazy-E's recording that song, like, cruising down the street in my 6'4", and like they keep making him do it over again, and Dr. Dre's like cruising. He's like cruising, and then he finally nails it. What if like you're recording a song and right as you're about to nail it, everybody's phone just like test alert for the whole country.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Who knows
And then you never got it.
I know.
Then that song never exists.
That's right.
Fuck it. This
It's
is
a
no
song-
good. Scrap it.
It's a song
Scrap
that could
the
have changed
song.
the world.
Yeah.
It could have been like the Bill and Ted song.
Yeah.
You know?
Or what if like Mark Cohn was trying to record "Walking in Memphis"?
Matthew, don't even say that. That is like a post-apocalyptic world that I do. I mean, dude, I'd rather fucking be sent out into the scorch from
I don't know.
Maze Runner
I don't know
than
where
live in that
I don't know where I'd be
society.
without "Walking in Memphis."
I
definitely wouldn't own a pair of blue suede shoes.
Do you now?
No.
Okay, so
But if I did, I wouldn't.
but you wouldn't even have
Yeah,
a desire
I wouldn't have even been able to make that statement.
Yeah, didn't even know that those shoes would
Yeah.
exist had that been the case.
Put on my regular brown shoes and I walk to work. Like,
Yeah, Mark, I got a couple notes. Yeah, I can certainly say my life would, without a doubt, be exceptionally worse without that song.
I'd be way more freaked out if I ever saw the ghost of Elvis.
But now you know the
Now
score.
I know, like, next time I'm at Graceland, if I see the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue.
Dude, fucking flash him the Mason handshake if you see
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Let him know. Yeah, I mean, I think if you looked at the numbers, I mean, violent crime would certainly go up. We'd be like fucking Finland around this joint if we didn't have Walking in Memphis. Without a doubt, that soothed many an angry beast.
A lot of people were on their way to go commit a crime, and then that song came on,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like, "Ma'am, I am tonight," and then they just went
And
home.
it's like, you know what? I should go home and change my life around. You
Yeah.
know what? I should get my GED.
Yeah.
You know what, Mark Cohen? I should go to business school, actually.
I should start taking night classes. And I'm going to join a gym.
You know what, Mark Cohen? I am going to sign up for HelloFresh.
Yeah.
It's just the problems get so
Yeah.
much more easier.
You know what? I'm going to learn French. Yeah.
You know what, Mark Cohen? I am going to switch conditioners.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't really need me to tell you that. But I will. But I
Yeah.
will. If
But you
that's-
do.
if that's
But
what it
you
takes.
do.
But you do a little bit. Gosh. What the heck did that just remind me of? Right out of the noggin.
Cohen.
Immediately.
Dude, I'm pissed. I forgot the Declaration of Independence again.
Son of a gun, Matt. You got to be careful. It's an important document.
Trust me, I know. It's not supposed to leave my side.
I would love to see it. Yeah, we should just have it
But I
sprawled out on
have
this
the-
table.
Ben Franklin glasses in my breast pocket of my T-shirt.
They're behind the Mr.
Well, I
Snowplow.
never keep them. I never keep both items in the same place at once.
There was like a Bills meme, right? That had that.
Well, because they
Genius.
won in
I
Washington.
know, genius.
Hence why I was in Washington, where I acquired the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I'll tell you
Dude,
what.
what a way to celebrate an NFL win.
Dude, this was pre.
Still.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't talk about it last week, but yeah, you know what? Fascinating. Dude, very, very cool. I wish I would like to go back and spend a wee bit more time
In D.C.?
in DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to go check it out pretty soon, I think, myself.
We downpouring. It was when the hurricane was coming through.
Mm.
So it just pissed rain the entire time we were there. But we were like, screw it. Like, let's go see what we can cook up. So we go into the city, just downpouring, and we get off or we park our car in a ramp, underground ramp type thing, and we walk up, and it's just still downpouring, of course. And we're like, all right, let's grab lunch before we start walking around so that we don't have to eat wet. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So restaurant right nearby. We go in. They're like 40-minute wait. And we're like, shucks. All right, we're like, all right, what's the closest thing? Closest thing to us, 5-minute walk, Ford Theater.
Whoa.
So we're like, all right. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, all right, let's buzz over to the Lincoln Museum. Check that shit out.
Yeah.
We'll be good to go. 5-minute walk. So we start the walk, and it was like raining. And right as we start the walk, it starts like cats and dogs would be an understatement. Like, it was an absolute monsoon. And we were just absolutely soaked. And I had a rain jacket on. Like, some people, like, you know, there's a group of us. So some people had, you know, like a jacket that wasn't like a rain jacket and like an umbrella or something like that. So there's a couple umbrellas floating around, and most everybody was huddled under the umbrellas. But I had the rain jacket with the hood on, so I wasn't granted the privilege of using an umbrella. My rain jacket was apparently not waterproof at all. Like it must have been one of those water resistant pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I was just so wet. And the rain was like coming down sideways, so it was just my entire front, like my entire back, bone dry.
Wow.
Bone dry. But the front side of my body was just downpour. So we make this 5-minute walk, get into Ford Theater. We're soaked. They're like, hey, the theater's closed today, but the museum is open. So you can't see the theater, but you can go to the museum. It's like NBD, whatever.
Sure.
We'll go down there. So we are. Do you remember the museum? Because we've been there before.
I don't remember it. I mean, that was.
I
so,
didn't.
We were.
I
I was
agree.
in second grade. when
I
we
didn't
went.
either, but our mother did because I told her this story. And so you go like down.
Is that
the
where the
staircase.
thing is with where you
Yeah.
measure yourself next to Lincoln?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you go like down a staircase, like into the basement of the theater, and that's
Sure.
where the museum is. I'm not kidding you. My foot's on the second stair. We've been in the we made the 5-minute walk, and we've been in the museum for 1 minute. So let's call it 6 minutes since we left the restaurant. We get a text. Our table's ready.
Dang.
We're like, dude, I just walked to the museum,
Uh-huh.
and also I am soaking wet. The whole reason we wanted to eat was because we didn't want to be wet. So I've never gone through a museum so fast. I barely read a sign because we were just like, whatever, we'll just go
Sure.
out the exit. Never came back to it. So I didn't even get to see the Lincoln sign. 8, went to the National Museum of Natural History.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool place. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Good. That's good for museums.
Subpar mummy exhibit, though.
God damn it, dude.
Dude,
You're
like
a
you got to
fucking
go
museum.
heavy on the mummy exhibit. no?
There's one thing that people are expecting from a museum.
Mummies.
It's mummies. So
There was only one mummy.
that's a bad
There
look
were
for
some
the-
mummy
dude,
artifacts. I think there was like a mummy pig too, but only one human mummy.
That's a bad look for the nation. It's
Yeah.
a national
And it was
embarrassment.
It wasn't even in a good spot either. Like it wasn't even, I wanted to see full sarcophagi,
Yes.
enclosed, mummy inside. Like if you touch that sarcophagus, haunted forever.
Cursed.
Like
You're
this
cursed
mummy's
forever.
Yeah, this mummy's coming to life, and it's
Yes.
gonna like really cause some damage. Yeah, tough mummies. And butterflies and plants exhibit closed
Dang.
for like cleaning or something like that. It was a Saturday.
You got to clean the butterflies.
On a Saturday?
Dude, they got to wash.
Nah, you close the butterflies on a Monday.
Tuesday, I think, would probably be the
Tuesday's
best
a
day to
good
close
day.
the butterfly exhibit.
Nah,
Were
but
I
some
still
people
in
might
charge.
come in. People are leaving and coming in on Mondays.
You're so right.
You know what I
immediately,
mean?
I
Yeah.
immediately retract that. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have the job anymore.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Okay.
But anyway, we were in there for a while. So we're walking out of the Natural History Museum,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 5:10 at this point. And long day, a lot of walking through the rain. We're all pretty beat. We got like a 30-minute ride home. So like, should we call it? And they're like, no, we got to go see the archives. Like, you got to go see the Declaration of Independence. Like, you got to go. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to go, but I know people want to go home. Like, we can just go home. They're like, no, we got to go see it. So we're having this debate as we're walking out of the Natural History Museum. And there's a security guard, like, standing right next to us. And he goes, oh, you're trying to go to the archives? I'm like, yeah, it's right there, right? And he's like, yeah, it's right there, but I think it might already be closed. If not, it's only open until 5:30. I'm like, only open until 5:30? Like, what's going on? He's like, hey, man, this is the government. What do you want us to do? Work? And like dies laughing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
And then instantly, mid-laugh, hey, stop blocking the doorway. Because like it was raining outside, so people weren't like walking right out. Yeah, so I'm like, all right. So I'm like, fuck, if it's open until 5:30, we gotta put some pep in our step. So we put some pep in our step. I see a door. Boom. I'm like, we're going in this door. So we walk in this door, and there's just like 15 security guards, ropes, metal detectors, the whole nine. And they're like, this is not an entrance. I'm like,
Holy shit.
I don't know what you want me to tell. We walked in like it was like the door. Like I needed a maintenance badge. Like that's
Yeah.
the door. It was like that was the door we walked in. So we're like, okay, can we just go in? Like it's only open for 15 more minutes. Like we just want to get a quick peek. So like, yeah, go ahead. So everybody, puts their stuff in the bin, goes to metal detectors. I put my stuff in the bin, and nobody took their watch off. So everybody's beeped on their watch, and they're like, "Oh, watch, go ahead."
Oh, God.
So I'm last, so I take my watch off. I'm like, boom, ready to cruise right in. Walk right through, so confident. Beep 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 beep. Hit the detector off. They're like, "You have anything in your pockets?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Do you have a watch on?" I'm like, "No, I took it off." They're like, "All right." Like, so they start wanding me. Beep. I start beeping. I'm like, "I got nothing." And they're like, "What's in your pocket?" I'm like, "I got nothing in my pocket." And sure enough, this makes this story all the more shitty. But it was just a little button on my jeans was like sending this thing through a loop.
Wow.
I don't know if it's made out of like vibranium or something.
Yeah,
but,
probably vibranium.
So
that's what they're looking for at the archives.
But yeah. Long story short, we kind of nailed it because it was only open till 5:30, and I guess usually, which you don't see in the movie, there's like a long winding line that you have to wait to get into that big circular room.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, a lot darker than in the movies, and obviously, like their cameras are from different angles, but like it's weird in there. It looks exactly like it, but it doesn't feel like it felt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So then you go, down the line, and there's like history facts and stuff like that, like in that big circle, and then boom, there she lie. Wow. Big old case. And I wanted to see it drop so bad. Like I was trying to get close. I had my hands like this, like trying to heat that puppy up, see if I get it to drop down.
Fucking put a flashlight on your forehead like you're trying to get out of school.
No flash photography, no cameras. You're not even allowed to go on your phone. Like if you pull your phone out, they're like, hey.
Damn.
Lot is heavily guarded.
Really?
No.
So you can't even get a photo with the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, no.
I wonder why that is. Because it's fake.
No.
It might be fake.
No.
You said it was dark in there?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they don't want
but there's a
to see
huge sign that says, why is it dark? Like it's always dark in there. I didn't read it, but I'm sure it's an explanation of like how you got to how you preserve the documents and whatnot.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Storing the Declaration of Independence.
Dude, so
is
it's
a lot
like
storing
there's
a
like
comic.
all right, so the room's a circle. So like around the left side of the circle, there's like all these cases with like the stories about, how the things got to be. Like, dude, so if you look at the Constitution,
which I love to do.
The Constitution's right in the middle, huge big case, and it's like 3 pages or something like that. Like there's multiple pages,
Oh.
Boom, 2 security guards posted up on either side of it, like on elevated surfaces.
Yeah.
And then to the left of it is the Declaration, to the right of it is the Bill of Rights. If you look at the Declaration, it's like super like you can barely even make out the words and like the signatures. It's very, very faded.
Yeah.
If you look at the Constitution, this thing is pristine. And I guess it's because the Declaration like traveled like 2,000 miles or whatever.
Yeah. They sent it over to old King G. Let him know the score.
Yeah, I should have read this, but I wonder how they got it back. Or they were like, no, we're actually going to, you read it, we're going to keep it.
It's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you were across the pond, you'd have been pissed. Like,
oh, dude.
Crumple up.
Exactly.
Who the fuck do they think they are? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of protection, and they're obviously the most important documents probably in the history of our country. I would say with that, forget the probably, they 100% are. So let's say they do get stolen or misplaced or something. What do you think is going to happen? Like, do you think...
We got photos up. We know what they say.
I know.
But there was somebody I was with was like, why is it so important that like we keep these? And literally like the first case you walk up to is a giant sign. Why is it so important that we keep these? I didn't read that one either.
Matthew.
I read some shit. Dude, I just wanted to see the thing. Yeah. And so it's like 5:25 when we're in here, and they're like yelling out 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Like they're like yelling out,
dude,
trying to like usher people out. And then like you go down this, like you can't go in the way you can't go out the way you came in. And there's like and then like they're like stanced up, like you got to make sure you go this way because you got to get out. Gift shop was jumping though. Yeah, that's where I sniped the fake declaration because I had 2 copies. Yeah, 2 copy type scenario. Yeah. So I walked out with that one in my hand. Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, it was yeah.
That's cool. I got to get eyes on that puppy.
A lot of dude. Another thing that I didn't buy that was fucking sick.
This is in the gift shop.
Yeah. One of the coolest, I mean, I could have spent hours in this gift shop. They had every size, like, document you wanted. From, like, pocket all the way up to, like, wall art.
Little pocket size
dude,
declaration.
you could buy
That's
it all.
funny.
And you could buy it in scroll form, book form. You could buy, like, just paper. Like,
you know I'm a scroll man through
dude.
and through. I'm a big
Yeah.
scroll guy. I
But no.
only read things if they're handed me
I
via
don't
scroll.
know. I didn't go through the whole museum, or the whole, like, National Archives Museum, yeah, because I only had time to go see the Declaration. So I don't know why this was in there, but in the gift shop they sold NCIS hats.
I can't believe you didn't get one.
They were like, there was a hat that it was not a hat that I would ever wear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was like a dusty looking. It was honestly, it was a hat that probably like you would get your grandpa.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is it makes sense.
hey, sure.
But dude, I'll tell you what. Shout out to Sundance, the TV station.
Yeah.
Because they play NCIS every single night. I just click it on, fall asleep.
Perfect.
And it's always
exactly
a random
what
episode.
They want. That is probably best case scenario for
And
them
then it
at this
stays
point.
on. Yeah, because then it stays on for a few hours before the TV
Hey, look
turns
at all these
itself
people
off.
watching
Yeah.
our shows.
Yeah. I wonder if any of them are awake or alive.
God damn! Can you imagine being in the Sundance TV boardroom, just thinking that to yourself? Like, God, does any of this even matter? Do these NCIS reruns even matter to people?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think the reruns start at like 10 p.m. and that's perfect timing because like somebody like me, that's when I'm getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
But like old people, they're just waking up and starting their day because they went to bed at 3 p.m. So they sleep from like 3 to 10. And then they like they have breakfast at like 11:30 p.m. and then they take their first nap around 3:30, up at 5 a.m. Then they like eat a lunch, and then they take a nap, and then they eat dinner at 2:30.
Yeah.
And then they go to bed at 3, and then they wake up
Damn.
at 10. It's a hell of a
It's
schedule.
a hell of a schedule. It's a lot better than the prison schedule, I can tell you that much. Call back, full circle.
You and this prison schedule. You know what? Dude, just go to prison then.
No. I think we've gotten to the bottom of that one.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you knew that they had breakfast, lunch, and dinner and then went to sleep, you were like, oh, this makes sense now. What did you think they did, Andy?
Well, I just want to know, like, how much.
If they can sleep in and what time they have to go to bed.
Yes.
Andy, you can go to bed whenever you want.
I'm talking about, like, is there a time where
They come through and punch
it's
you in
like
the face
locked?
to make
No,
you go
where
to
it's
sleep.
like locked.
Yeah, you get locked
down.
in.
Or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
you get locked
I
in.
don't mind being locked in my cell as long as I can like stay up and do stuff. But you can't have TVs in your cells, I don't think.
Unless you're like, unless you carry a lot of weight, like unless you got secrets you can dish out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, hey, I'll tell you where like this guy's hiding if you get me a TV. Or in the case of like law-abiding citizen, if you can get a T-bone steak with some asparagus, and then you can use the bone to stab the shit out of your cellmate.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
never seen that feature.
You've never seen Law-Abiding Citizen?
No, but
You're
it feels like I
fucking
have
lying.
now. No.
With Gerard
No,
and Jamie Foxx?
Never seen it. I remember when that movie came out though.
Dude.
You watched that in a hotel.
I did just the other day. Dude.
Sorry, man. I've not caught it. I like Olympus Has Fallen, starring Gerard Butler. That's a good
Another great movie. Dude, Angel Has Fallen. Are you familiar? Have you seen Angel?
Olympus Has Fallen.
London Has Fallen.
Angel Has Fallen. I don't think I've seen Angel Has Fallen.
Oh, dude, you gotta
Wait,
watch
is his
Angel.
dad in that one?
Oh, yeah.
Then I have seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's classic Gerard Butler. I can't believe you've never seen Law Abiding Citizen. I put that in my top 5 movies the other day.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I really wasn't.
We're on
listening.
the label.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boys.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good podcast when it comes out.
Yes,
I'm
it
excited
will.
For that one.
Be ready for it. Be ready.
Yep.
I'm
Dude, sorry.
that movie is messed up. It's really the first like 30 minutes are like sickeningly like messed up, but it is such a good movie. Like, Andy, you gotta watch that movie.
All right, maybe I will. I'll put it on my list of stuff to check out. I got a list. I got some things on there.
No, like that's a stop the podcast. Let's go watch it right now.
Well,
type of
maybe
movie.
when I finish
Dude,
Gilmore Girls.
That's
Maybe when I see what happens with Luke and Lorelai.
my girlfriend listened to just that part of the podcast.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and she was Luke's the guy you don't like.
Luke is okay, but
Luke's the guy with like the truck.
Luke's the guy that always has his hat backwards. He owns the diner.
Owns the diner.
He owns
Okay,
the
yep,
diner.
yep. I fuck with Luke.
Luke is okay.
And I don't know much about him.
He's just okay. He's real. Like, I want Luke to be great, but he's just okay. But my problem is that he and the mom, Lorelai, are like, the whole thing is, are they going to get together or what? It's that deal. And they shouldn't be together. They'd make a terrible, terrible couple. And it makes me angry that because the show is like 7 seasons long. We're on the 3rd season now. The whole thing again has been like, oh, will they, won't they, with Lorelai and Luke? And I know that there's going to be so much more buildup, and that's going to be like a huge thing that's featured in the show is like Luke and Lorelai finally getting together. And I don't think it should happen because they're a terrible match. Such a bad couple. Jess, who is Luke's nephew who comes to town, he's the kid who is starting to grow on me, which is like the point of his character, I guess.
He's a bad boy?
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
I don't fuck with that guy.
Let me tell you what, I got a lot of problems with this kid. Number one, smoke cigarettes inside also. Not even his house. Luke's apartment. He smoked cigarettes inside somebody else's apartment. That's cool. Yeah. I changed my mind about that kid. That's actually
if you invite somebody over to your house and they don't say a word to you, they just spark up a cigarette inside, that person clearly does not give a fuck.
Dude, they own your house now.
Yeah.
They own all your land.
They own everything.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Anything you have in your name, that person
everything the light touches.
That's law-abiding, dude. That's like a legal contract.
Citizen. That's a law-abiding citizen.
You don't want a law-abiding citizen.
But just
because I got a little inside scoop for you, he's not a law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizens, not so law-abiding.
A sick movie though.
But the other thing that Jess did, because I don't like Rory is like the daughter. I don't like Jess hanging around Rory if he's going to be smoking, and she like let him borrow a book, which I did not enjoy. But he's like, oh, here, gave it back to you. She opens it up. He's fucking writing a bunch of notes in the margins. If somebody what kind of maniac is this fucking punk kid writing in other people's books?
I wonder.
That's fucking crazy.
I wonder if he did that just because he was like, oh, now she's going to know I read it. And he didn't even read it, and he was just like scribbling shit. Because that's a good play.
It's like, oh, my handwriting's really bad.
Yeah.
That is honestly, that's a pimp move, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like
So this guy's 2 for 2. You're trying to tell me why you don't like this guy, and he's nailing it in my book. He owns your ass, and he owns your books.
Number one, he owns your ass. That's the first and foremost. Yeah, maybe Jess isn't so bad. I know by the end of this, I'm gonna love him.
I don't like him,
but I don't like him. But I just don't like him.
Want to do who really?
Oh yes, Jesus Christ. The who would win of the week this week is. Hold on, I'll remember it. I will. I know that. Hold on. Now I forgot both of them. Okay, wait a second. It is. Fuck. Got it. Okay, here we go.
Come on, dude. That was intentional. That was the worst bit I've ever watched.
It wasn't a bit, Matthew. I would remember one and then I'd forget the other, and it was just spiraling. But I did think it was funny that it went that long, so I don't mind that happened.
Bad bit.
I'm gonna put my embarrassment to the side. It wasn't a bit. It's just something that we all know what the answer is gonna be. The who would win of the week this week is Matthew. Why did you? Fuck! I couldn't remember. God damn it, dude. Okay, ready? I got it now.
You're trying to tell me this isn't a bit.
Matt, fuck off. The who would win of the week this week is Ham from The Sandlot versus Chris from Family Guy. Ham v. Chris. Here's the thing. Chris, very dumb, easily manipulated. Ham, pretty smart guy, definitely very sure of himself, so I think that's something that he would have the mental edge kind of over Chris. However, Family Guy, for example, Peter with the chicken, sometimes that show gets violent as fuck. Like when people will just start beating the shit out of each other. And I feel like, I'm sure Chris has had a moment where he has lost it on someone. I don't know if he's ever actually won one of those fights, but without a doubt, Chris has got anger in him because everyone on Family Guy is an absolute psycho.
The salt and the SWAT. The salt and the SWAT.
What else? Would you remember any of the other nicknames? Salt and the SWAT? Keep wanting to say King of Sting, but that can't be. That can't be.
Oh, I
Babe
thought you said the
Ruth.
great Bambi. That wimpy
That
deer.
wimpy deer. See what I'm talking about? Like Ham can be an intimidating dude. You know what I mean? Not necessarily on purpose all the time, but he's just very sure of himself and confident. You know, like look at like the most famous line, "You're killing me, Smalls." You know, like that
Killing me,
whole
Smalls.
situation. It's like, Jesus Christ, this fucking kid. You know, and he just met Smalls. You know, they barely know each other. He's like, my God, dude, what the hell are you doing? You don't know how to make a nice hot schmo? So,
I'm
I think
looking up like names for
Oh, Babe Ruth?
yeah, and like I try to look up just the ones they use in the Sandlot, but these are just random ones. The King of Swing, the Titan of Terror, the King of Crash.
That's good.
Oh, the Colossus of Clout. They definitely use that one. The Sultan of SWAT.
Salt and SWAT's the best. We'll talk baseball nicknames after
The
this.
Great
Who would win.
Bambino. The Sultan of SWAT. The Sultan of SWAT. Here's my thing is that Ham, definitely larger than life personality. And he definitely acts tough, but he acts tough on information. Like he's always got a story. You know what I mean? Like when he brings out the chew, or when when they're having the sleepover and they're cooking up s'mores. Like he's always got a story to go with like why he is very knowledgeable about stuff. And people are like, oh, you know what I mean? Like nobody really calls him on his bullshit except for like maybe some of his boys, but those are the guys that know him the longest. And even like Benny never like says like Ham, that's not true. He just like lets Ham enjoy
Ham.
it.
Let's Ham be Ham.
Because Benny's just the most confident man alive, and why wouldn't he be?
That's true.
Right? But
He's the Jet.
yeah, he is the Jet. So I think like it's tough to say because I don't know if there's two different like ways that this could go with Chris. And it's either Ham starts like running his mouth and Chris is like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's
or
going to happen.
Ham starts running his mouth and like it goes straight over Chris's head. And Chris Chris like it cuts to like a scene of Chris and he's got like monkey clapping symbols going on in his brain.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And that probably pisses Ham off, I would have to assume. And I think you do see Ham kind of getting like a little like tussle at one point in time. And he's very flappy, not a lot of good contact. Yeah. Like he not a lot of good contact. Definitely not somebody who I would think highly of in a physical altercation. Now, like he would definitely, if somebody actually hit him, I feel like he would really like be like that hurt, like really sell the injury. I also think there's an aspect to Chris that could be like that, but the problem again with Chris is that in certain situations he's so dumb, like he is so stupid that he does not realize like that he's necessarily in pain.
It's almost superpower, sure.
He almost has it's almost like I mean, Chris is very much like Lenny from Of Mice and Men, I would say. Okay. Like a little bit like, I don't know the proper term. Sure. But not the sharpest tool in the shed, we'll say, and can kind of just get like lost in his own thoughts and doesn't really realize what is going on in front of him, nor like does he understand like what he should or shouldn't be doing. Whereas Ham knows that stuff probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Let me propose this to you. Do you think that the winner of this fight might be determined by who throws the first punch? Because I can see Chris either, like I said earlier, kind of teeing off on Ham if he gets really angry somehow. Or I could see Ham hitting Chris first, maybe like what you're saying, he gets upset because everything keeps going over Chris's head. So I can see Chris getting hit first and because of maybe not understanding it, kind of like crying and running off. And I can see Ham getting back up after taking a punch, especially if he's in front of his buddies, because I do think that Ham, maybe his instinct would kind of be to like, because he is a little kid, like kind of crying and stuff.
Tears to the side
Yeah,
kinda
but I
thing?
think
he would accidentally kick the bench so that they thought that he was crying because he was in pain.
Yes, something like that, something crazy like that. But I think that Ham, especially considering like the era of the 50s that Ham is from, like I think Ham would refuse to be beat up in front of people, or to like refuse to be beat up because he doesn't want word to get around. So I think that Ham will always fight back no matter what.
Yeah, I could see Ham getting punched and getting up real pissed.
Yeah. I think that's what might give Ham the edge.
Yeah.
I think I got to take Ham on the mental, potentially physical side.
I'm going to take Ham as well because
Yeah.
I do think like Chris would be more of a cry and run, as Ham might be like pissed, like get up and let's do something about it.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say that backwards?
I don't think so.
Chris would run and cry.
Yeah,
Ham would get up and do something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to lock in Ham.
Yeah, me too.
What's Ham's actual name? Do we know?
I don't remember. He's big on TikTok, though.
Yeah, and he still looks the same.
He does, just more tired.
Yeah. All right, vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week? Ham from Sandlot versus Chris from Family Guy. Andy, we're getting about that time, and I'm going to pee my pants.
See, that's where you got to go before.
Yeah.
You got to empty out.
I don't know
dude.
why. Like, I'm so
Well, you
pissed
did
that I
finish your
drank
dew.
that
You
Mountain
did.
Dew.
Uh,
Like, I don't want
You didn't
it.
drink any of your water either?
That's what I mean.
You got to
Like,
be
it's-
dehydrated.
No,
dude.
I
You
know.
gotta
I'm
start.
not happy about
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
really
that I drank
bad.
that Mountain Dew. I mean, I've drank probably more water today than you have this week.
I drink a pretty good amount of water.
How many ounces?
I don't know, 3 or 4. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how much water I drink. I don't keep track of that
Come
shit.
on, man.
I'm not a fucking serial killer.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Andy?
Yeah?
You got anything before I go?
No,
I really
I'll
am
let you
empty
get
on
out of
this.
here. I know you got to go.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.